What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. As the week played out, I slowly tried to convince myself the Jets can make this game competitive. Cowboys coming off an emotional game, they're traveling, forfeits on the offensive line is missing, no CD Lamb, no Turpin. Maybe the Jets can show up and make things interesting for a little while. But then they reminded us, and quickly, that they are the same old Jets. Yes, the same old Jets, Aaron Glenn. And they are approaching historically bad numbers. They are approaching being worse than the Kotite team. And I lived through it. I season ticket store in that time, so I know exactly what that looks like. I know exactly what this looks like. This is a 3-hour waste of time, period. This team is being out-coached. They're being out-executed. The lack of effort, lack of hustle, lack of discipline, lack of leadership. They lack everything. Lack of points. And there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Aaron Glenn keeps saying, oh, the ship is turning slowly. The ship is going backwards, dude. Everybody keeps saying, you guys should make more shirts. The shirt I want to make is, why bother? That's the shirt. The new Let's Talk Jets shirt. Why bother watching this goddamn team? Because there's really no reason to. No excitement, no enjoyment, no return on your investment. If you're going to the games, you're literally wasting your freaking time. So the game starts out on offense. They're driving down the field, and lo and behold, they settle for a field goal because that is what they do. But the Cowboys go back 3-3 game. Okay, maybe the Jets offense can just maybe make this fun. Justin Fields misses a wide open Garrett Wilson. Doesn't that sound familiar? Justin Fields, when he drops back to pass, he acts like he has a pitch count or something, like the pitch clock in baseball. He's sitting back like he's got 30 seconds to throw the ball. He's holding on to the ball way too long. And if he's not holding on to the ball way too long, the offensive line is falling apart, or the team is falling apart, or there's a penalty. The one series they had back-to-back penalties. Then the one series they had, it was like a John Simpson false start, holding penalty, and then Breece Hall fumbles. And Breece had a good game, but he fumbles, and that took the air out of all the sails of the ship. And that was it. That's the end. The game was over at halftime. So you look at the defense, which I just don't understand what they're doing. Everybody wants oh, there's not enough talent. There's not enough coaching. There's not enough discipline. Not enough effort here. The Jets some of the stats are pretty wild. They are 0-5, and they have no takeaways in 5 games. Historic. It's a record. They gave up. This is a good one. They gave a 100-yard rusher and a 100-yard receiver at halftime. They gave almost 300 yards of offense and a half. Seriously. Now, the Jets, the defense, they can't cover, they can't tackle, they can't get sacks, they can't get takeaways, they can't get off the field on third down. Other than that, they're not that bad. The offense, they can't get a 4th and 1. The 4th and 1 plays, the one was it rolled out to Andrew Beck. That was horrendous. The other one, they got stopped for a loss, and they had a penalty. There is not one thing on this team you feel good about. What, George Pickens beat Sauce Deep. You have the Javonte Williams long run before half. That's embarrassing. The list goes on and on of all the things you talk about that went wrong for the Jets today. It's disgusting. And then you have the coach talking about, well, this is going to take time. Dude, our standards aren't that high here. We're saying just be competitive, and you're not that. At 23-3, this game was over at halftime. It was. And all these stats at the end of the game don't reflect the game. They don't. Garrett Wilson had a touchdown grab, great effort. You feel bad for Garrett. He's a Pro Bowl caliber player on just an absolutely lousy team and a lousy organization. He deserves better. But this offense is going absolutely nowhere. Man, it's just crazy, man. 10 more penalties. There's another shining light for this. I don't even want to cover the team, dude. I genuinely don't. There's nothing. What are we going to get out of this season now? It is completely a lost season where you have no idea if this coaching staff is any good. Last week's oh, this offense is not as bad as you think. The only thing I know is this team's getting blown out. In the second half, the other teams are taking their foot off the gas. The Jets are compiling stats to make the games look a lot closer. That's the only thing I see out of this. Because these games aren't competitive. The team, and the announcers are mocking them. They're not getting any calls from the refs because the refs don't care. Look, you're the Jets, man. You're the same old Jets. You don't deserve any calls at this point. Because if something went wrong, it's probably your fault. That's the way they're treating the Jets right now. What do you do? Great, they're playing the Broncos next week. I'm not doing game previews anymore because why bother? Seriously. There is nothing to watch here. We're literally wasting your time. I cannot wait till this game is over so I can watch other great football at 4 o'clock, Monday Night Football, and every other game than the Jets. Because they're lifeless. And now you have a coach just talking in circles. He cannot talk. I talked to Tony Dungy this week. I talked to Jimmy Johnson. I don't give a shit who you're talking to. Coach your goddamn team. I had this experience in Detroit. Listen, dude, and the other thing, too, is I honestly believe Aaron Glenn had his fingerprints all over personnel moves. You look at some of the players they've acquired. I talked about this in the offseason, in the draft. It has been they've been alarmingly bad, dude. There is some bad talent on this team. They also keep trotting out bad players, aka Tony Adams. Don't know why he's still on this team. Oh, I think the Jets had 13 missed tackles at half or something like that too. I mean, I wrote all these notes and I'm not even using them. I don't want to. I'm fed up with this team.